Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to achieve a nude makeup look. So first I started cleaning my face with wipes, and now I'm using the Garnier Micellar water to clean my face. Afterwards I'm going to be using the Zaron Serum, and I'll be using that skin prep brush from Bobbi Brown to apply it. Then I'll go in with my hands to rub it into my skin very well. Next I'll be using the moisture bomb, the MsMetics moisture bomb on my face. I'll also be using the brush to apply it first, then I'll be going in with my fingers to rub that into my skin properly. Now I'm using the Pond's oil control on my face, and next I'll be using the classic mattifying face primer just to mattify my face. I love a matte look. Next I'll be going in with this Kiss Beauty primer. I'll be using that on the parts where I didn't use the classic primer. Now I'm going in with the Mehron skin prep. I'll be using a cotton pad to apply that on my face, and now I'm using the LA Girl Pro setting spray to seal that in. I'm curling my lashes, and I also unboxed this Real Techniques brush set, so I'm going to be using it in this video. Next I'm going in with my foundation and this brush from the Real Techniques brush set. I'm going to be applying the foundation on my face, the baby skin foundation. I'm using my beauty blender to make sure everything is well blended into my skin. And now I'm going to be using the Ushas palette, this particular shade, and the second one I'm going to be using the second shade I showed for the inner corners of my eyes, and the first one for the other places where I'll be putting concealer, which is my chin, my underneath of my eyes, my nose, and all other areas that I'll be showing you in this video. This brush is from the Real Techniques brush set, and it blended my concealer in so well. I was impressed. I was wondering why I did not get this since. I'm just so happy with the results, but I still have to go in with my beauty blender to make sure everything is well blended in. For contour, I'm using the same foundation that I used earlier, the Baby Skin, and the Huda Matte foundation. I'm blending my contour in with a brush, and then I'll also go in next with a beauty blender as usual to make sure it is well blended in. So just ensure that you keep blending till it looks natural, it looks like your skin. For blush, I'm using my Spice Lip palette, that particular shade. I'm using Benai setting powder to set my concealer, and I'll be using that brush from the Real Techniques brush set. For the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going to be baking that where I put the lighter concealer. And now for my contour, for my powder contour, I'm going to be using those two shades from the Juvia's Place palette. I use that shade from the same Juvia's Place palette just to ensure that my nose looks a little bit more snatched. You can see I'm using a brush to put a little bit powder at the sides of my nose. And now for my powder blush, I'm going into the MiSiNi blush palette, and I'm going to be using that shade. I'm also going to be using this brush from the Real Techniques brush set to apply the blush on my face. For my brows, I'm going to be using this papaya hair wax and my spoolie to brush my hair up, and I'm going to be using a little bit of powder on my beauty blender so that it doesn't look too sharp. Next, I'm going in with the Karité Brown Brown Ink, and my Merak angled definer to apply the brown ink on my brows, and just little strokes so that it looks natural. Brushing away the powder that I used to bake the underneath of my eyes. Next, I'm concealing my brows, and I'm using the same concealer shade that I used for my face. Now I'm going to be applying eyeshadow, and I'm using that shade, but it wasn't coming out as I expected, so I ended up using the second shade that I just showed, and it gave me the results I was expecting. Next, I went into my Avour eye primer to act as a base for the eyeshadow color I'm going to use next. I'm going to be using this shade, and I applied that. Next, I will blend it in properly. It was looking quite splotchy. I used a little bit too much, so it was cracking, and just telling you guys so you don't make that mistake when you're doing yours. But I ended up blending it in, and it looked better at the end. I mean, I put too much Avour primer, and that made the eyeshadow crack, but I still managed to blend it in. The underneath of my eyes, I used that particular shade, and now I'm going to be using the Zaron Eyeliner to line my eyes, and this very flat brush. Next, I'm using the Kiss Beauty Mega Impact mascara for my lashes. Originally, I wanted to do both lips, but it looked horrible, so I went in with the brown ink and this flat brush. I applied it on my lips. Then I went in with a lip gloss just to create nude lips. So it's okay to clean your mistakes and start over. Now I'm using this powder shade as a finishing powder. I'm using that shade for my reverse contour. For highlighter, I'm going to be using these two shades from the same Juvia's Place palette. I'm going to be using that on my cheeks and my nose, my chin too. I also put it on my brow bone. Now I'm using this LA Girl Pro Setting Spray to set my face, and I'm going in with this So Pro Seal It Spray to seal everything in. Here is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you loved the finished look. We also noticed, guys, there was a time there was a teardrop mark on my face. That's because my eyes were watering a lot. So to correct that, you let it dry. You do not touch it while it's wet. You let it dry, and after that, use your beauty blender to blend everything into your face, and your face will look as good as new. Please like, comment and subscribe. I edited this final look. If you want to see how I did it, the video is on my channel on how to edit your makeup videos and pictures. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.